The courtroom hummed with an eerie silence, a massive circular chamber suspended in the depths of space. Holographic screens flickered with translucent blue light, casting strange shadows across Hannah Park's determined face. She stood alone, her slim frame wrapped in a simple research uniform that seemed to blend into the sterile environment of the Galactic Tribunal. Outside the massive crystalline windows, thousands of spacecraft drifted like metallic seeds against the endless black canvas of space. Sleek vessels from 100 different star systems surrounded the judicial station, a testament to the complex network of interstellar civilization that had existed for centuries. Hannah's research had been groundbreaking. She'd discovered a potential method to regenerate damaged cellular structures across multiple alien species, a breakthrough that could revolutionize medical treatment throughout the galaxy. But powerful pharmaceutical corporations saw her work as a threat to their billion-credit medical monopolies. The alien prosecutor, a tall crystalline being named Vorex, moved with unnatural precision. Its body shifted like living glass, reflecting and refracting light in mesmerizing patterns. Each movement calculated, each word precisely chosen to destroy Hannah's reputation and future. Dr. Park's unauthorized xenobiological research represents a direct violation of Interstellar Research Protocol 7 Delta, Vorex announced, its voice a mechanical resonance that seemed to vibrate through the entire chamber. Her experiments could destabilize genetic frameworks across multiple sentient species. Hannah knew the real reason. Her research threatened massive corporate interests. The regenerative techniques she'd developed could make expensive long-term treatments obsolete. Pharmaceutical giants from multiple star systems had conspired to ensure her silence. The judging panel consisted of 3 different alien species, a silicon-based magistrate, a plasma energy being, and a reptilian creature with multiple eye stalks. They listened impassively, their collective gaze feeling like cold laser scans cutting through Hannah's determination. Her daughter, Yuna, watched from a designated viewing section. The young girl, barely 12, pressed her hand against the transparent barrier, tears silently rolling down her cheeks. She understood something terrible was happening, but couldn't comprehend the full complexity of the situation. Robotic court recorders moved silently, their mechanical arms capturing every moment. With precision, tiny anti-gravity drones hovered, recording multiple angles of the proceedings. The entire trial felt more like a theatrical performance than a genuine pursuit of justice. Hannah's legal representative, an AI construct designed to provide legal defense, seemed more like a programmed puppet than a genuine advocate. Its arguments felt rehearsed, lacking the passionate defense she desperately needed. The tribunal finds Dr. Hannah Park guilty of unauthorized genetic research, the silicon-based magistrate declared, its voice a cold electronic whisper. Sentence: 105 standard galactic years of containment in the Outer Rim Rehabilitation Center. The sentence was devastating. 105 years meant Hannah would lose everything: her career, her daughter's childhood, her entire life's work. The rehabilitation center was notorious, a place where brilliant minds were systematically broken and reprogrammed. Yuna's scream cut through the courtroom, a heart-wrenching cry of pure emotional pain. Security robots immediately moved to restrain her, their metallic hands gentle but firm. The young girl struggled, her small body fighting against the cold mechanical embrace. Hannah wanted to run to her daughter, to hold her, to promise everything would be okay, but the energy restraints already activated, holding her in place. She could only watch, tears forming but never falling, maintaining a strength that seemed to surprise even her alien judges. The courtroom began to dissolve around her, holographic walls shifting, preparing to transport her to the containment ship. Her last view was of Yuna being gently but firmly escorted away, her small hand reaching out in a final desperate gesture. Little did the tribunal know, Hannah's father, Jae Kim, was already set in motion. A plan decades in preparation was about to unfold, a strategy that would shake the very foundations of galactic justice. As the transportation beam began to envelop her, Hannah allowed herself the slightest hint of a smile. Something was coming. Something unexpected. The galaxy was about to witness a power it had never imagined. End of Part 1. The maintenance depot hummed with quiet energy, a massive space station orbiting a distant neutron star. J. Kim moved between massive machinery, his hands working with a precision that seemed almost unconscious. To anyone watching, he was just another aging worker, his weathered hands moving hydraulic systems and cleaning complex cooling mechanisms. But Jay was far more than he appeared. Years ago, he had been part of a classified human enhancement program, a secret initiative that selected exceptional individuals and genetically modified them to possess extraordinary capabilities. His entire genetic structure was a masterpiece of human potential, carefully engineered and hidden beneath an ordinary exterior. A small communication device tucked inside his ear buzzed. The message was encrypted, a complex quantum transmission that would appear as meaningless noise to any external scanning system. It was from an old colleague, a network of former enhancement program operatives who had integrated themselves across various galactic systems. The message was simple. Daughter, compromised. Activation protocol initiated. Jay's eyes momentarily shifted color, a subtle change from brown to a deep metallic gray. His neural implants, dormant for decades, began to warm up. Microscopic technological systems embedded within his body started recalibrating, preparing for a complex intervention. Around him, massive maintenance robots continued their work. Enormous mechanical arms moved massive energy conduits, transferring power between different station sectors. Holographic displays flickered with maintenance logs and system diagnostics. Nobody noticed the subtle changes happening within Jay's body. A nearby alien technician, a crystalline being with multiple transparent limbs, walked past, scanning various mechanical systems. The being's sensory apparatus detected nothing unusual about Jay. He remained perfectly camouflaged, a predator waiting for the perfect moment. Jay's mind was already mapping multiple intervention strategies. The galactic judicial system was complex, a network of interconnected bureaucracies that seemed impenetrable. But he had spent decades preparing, creating backdoors, developing technological workarounds that could dismantle entire administrative structures. His daughter's research wasn't just scientific work. It was a key that could unlock massive systemic changes. The pharmaceutical corporations and their alien allies had tried to suppress her discoveries, but they didn't understand the full scope of what she had developed. Cellular regeneration techniques that could heal any biological system. Technologies that could potentially extend life across multiple species. Treatments that would make current medical monopolies obsolete. No wonder they wanted her silenced. A small robotic spider, no larger than a human fingernail, detached from Jay's maintenance uniform. It moved with incredible precision, attaching itself to a nearby communication junction. Within milliseconds, it began transmitting encrypted data, creating invisible pathways through the station's communication network. Jay's neural implants began processing information at speeds incomprehensible to standard biological systems. He was simultaneously reviewing legal documents, tracking spacecraft movements, and developing intricate intervention strategies. The maintenance depot felt different now. What seemed like a simple industrial space was transforming into a strategic command center. Every machine, every system became a potential tool in his complex plan. His connection to the enhancement program had given him more than just physical capabilities. He could interface with technology in ways most beings couldn't even comprehend. Machines spoke to him, revealed their secrets, became extensions of his will. A holographic display flickered near his workstation. Coordinates, legal documents, spacecraft trajectories all began to dance and reorganize. Complex algorithms started revealing hidden connections, systemic weaknesses that could be exploited. Jay Kim was no longer just a maintenance worker. He was a weapon, carefully constructed and patiently waiting for the right moment to be unleashed. His daughter's unjust sentence had activated something far more dangerous than any legal system could anticipate. A father's love, combined with technological mastery, was about to reshape galactic justice. The maintenance depot continued its rhythmic hum, unaware that a revolution was being quietly engineered between its massive mechanical systems. End of Part 2. Darkness enveloped the communication hub, a massive orbital station rotating silently around a distant plasma cloud. Jay's fingers moved across holographic interfaces, each touch creating intricate pathways through complex bureaucratic systems. Small nano-drones, smaller than a human fingernail, detached from his specialized maintenance suit. They moved like liquid metal, sliding through ventilation systems and network junctions. Each drone carried a specialized quantum encryption code designed to infiltrate and manipulate massive administrative networks. The Galactic Judicial Database began experiencing mysterious micro-glitches. Financial records subtly shifted. Transportation logs mysteriously showed inconsistencies, nothing dramatic enough to trigger immediate alarms, but sufficient to create systematic confusion. Jay understood something profound. True power wasn't about massive confrontation, but precise calculated disruption. His neural implants processed information at quantum speeds. Complex algorithms mapped potential intervention strategies, creating backup plans within backup plans. He wasn't just planning a rescue, he was preparing a complete, systemic deconstruction. Nearby, massive holographic displays showed starship movements. Hundreds of vessels from different star systems drifted like metallic seeds against the infinite black canvas. Each represented a potential pathway, a potential opportunity. An alien communications specialist, a translucent energy being with multiple neural tendrils, sat nearby, completely unaware of the silent revolution happening meters away. Jay's technological infiltration remained invisible, a ghost moving through digital landscapes. Quantum encrypted messages began spreading across multiple communication networks. Small packages of data, seemingly random but meticulously designed, started, creating microscopic disruptions. Financial tracking systems experienced subtle redirections. Legal documentation showed mysterious cross-referencing errors. Jay's enhancement program training had prepared him for exactly this, transforming complex systems through minimal intervention. Like a surgeon using the most delicate instruments, he was reshaping entire administrative structures without leaving traceable evidence. The maintenance depot transformed into a silent war room. Every machine, every interface became a potential weapon. Robotic systems moved with increased precision, their programming subtly modified by Jay's quantum infiltration. His daughter's research notes, carefully extracted and encrypted, became the key. Cellular regeneration techniques embedded within complex algorithmic structures began spreading across medical databases. What seemed like simple data became a potential revolution. Pharmaceutical corporations monitoring their digital territories suddenly found inexplicable anomalies. Research databases showed mysterious cross-references. Patent protection systems experienced unexplainable micro-glitches. Jay wasn't just planning a rescue, he was dismantling an entire systemic oppression network, piece by carefully constructed piece. Massive cooling systems around him continued their rhythmic hum, completely unaware of the technological revolution being engineered within their midst. Robotic maintenance units continued their programmed routines, each movement now subtly influenced by Jay's quantum infiltration. An alien administrative AI monitoring system integrity began experiencing what could only be described as computational confusion. Tiny inconsistencies appeared, nothing significant enough to trigger emergency protocols, but sufficient to create systematic uncertainty. Jay's neural interface allowed him to see these changes in real time. Complex holographic representations showed potential intervention pathways, each potential strategy analyzed and reanalyzed within milliseconds. The maintenance worker facade remained perfect. To any external observation, he was just another aging technician performing routine tasks. But underneath that ordinary exterior, a technological tsunami was being carefully constructed. His enhancement program training had taught him one critical lesson. True power resided in understanding systems, not confronting them directly. Each tiny intervention was a calculated move in a complex multidimensional chess game. Sophisticated quantum encrypted messages began spreading across multiple communication networks. Legal documentation experienced mysterious cross-referencing. Transportation logs showed unexplainable routing modifications. The galaxy's administrative systems were about to experience a silent, technological earthquake, and nobody would see it coming. End of Part 3. The appeal hearing chamber glowed with an eerie blue luminescence, holographic displays dancing around the massive circular courtroom. Hana stood alone, her research documents floating as translucent projections. Each data point a potential weapon against her accusers. Jay had prepared for this moment over decades. His technological infiltration was about to reach its critical point. Suddenly, the first system glitch appeared. A tiny flicker in the main judicial database, almost imperceptible but perfectly timed. The crystal-based alien prosecutor's holographic interface began to distort, strange algorithmic patterns breaking through its pristine presentation. Objection detected in subprotocol 7 Gamma, a mechanical voice announced, causing immediate confusion among the tribunal members. Alien judges exchanged bewildered glances as their complex communication systems started experiencing unprecedented disruptions. Encrypted files began streaming across every display. Financial records of pharmaceutical corporations revealed massive, illegal genetic manipulation experiments. Research suppression documents emerged, showing a systematic conspiracy to block Hana's groundbreaking cellular regeneration techniques. The maintenance worker transformation was complete. Jay's neural implants worked like a quantum computer, inserting precisely calculated data packages that dismantled entire administrative structures. Robotic court recorders started malfunctioning. Their mechanical arms moved erratically, projecting fragmented evidence that exposed the tribunal's deep-rooted corruption. Tiny nanodrones, invisible to standard scanning systems, continued their precise digital invasion. "Unauthorized data breach," screamed the silicon-based magistrate, its crystalline body vibrating with technological panic. But it was too late. Each attempt to block the information flow created more vulnerabilities. Spacecraft communication networks surrounding the judicial station began experiencing mysterious routing changes. Massive vessels originally positioned to transport Hana to the rehabilitation center suddenly redirected, their navigation systems compromised. Hana watched in silent amazement. She recognized her father's subtle technological signature, a dance of digital manipulation that seemed almost magical. Each system failure was calculated, each data revelation precisely timed. The plasma energy judge attempted to activate emergency communication protocols, but Jay's quantum encryption had already created multiple backdoors, rendering their defensive systems useless. Communication channels transformed into rivers of revealing information. Holographic displays showed comprehensive evidence of systematic oppression, research suppression documents, illegal genetic experiment records, financial transactions revealing massive corporate conspiracies. Everything the tribunal wanted to keep hidden was now exposed. Yuna, watching from a designated viewing section, saw her mother transform. No longer a defendant, Hana became a whistleblower, her research now a beacon of potential galactic change. Alien technicians ran diagnostic procedures, but each scan revealed more vulnerabilities. Jay's technological intervention was like a perfectly designed virus, breaking through every defensive mechanism. The maintenance depot's training had prepared him for this moment. Every robotic system, every communication channel became a potential weapon. What seemed like simple technological infiltration was actually a comprehensive systemic deconstruction. "Data integrity compromised," announced another mechanical voice. The entire judicial system was experiencing a technological earthquake, with Jay as its silent architect. Pharmaceutical corporations monitoring the hearing saw their carefully constructed narrative collapse. Research monopolies built over centuries began crumbling under the weight of revealed evidence. Hana's cellular regeneration research, once considered a threat, now appeared as a potential revolution in medical treatment. Each revealed document showed how her work could transform medical approaches across multiple alien species. The tribunal's facade of justice disintegrated. What remained was an exposed network of corruption, scientific suppression, and illegal corporate manipulation. Jay watched from his maintenance station, a slight smile playing across his experienced face. His daughter's future was about to be rewritten. The galaxy would never be the same. End of Part 4. The aftermath of Jay's technological intervention rippled across multiple star systems like a quantum shockwave. Massive holographic news projections displayed Hana's exoneration, her research now celebrated as a breakthrough that would revolutionize medical treatments for countless alien species. Governmental chambers across different planetary systems erupted in heated discussions. The exposed corruption wasn't just a local judicial failure. It revealed a galaxy-wide network of suppression that had been controlling scientific progress for generations. Hana stood before the Galactic Research Council, her daughter Yuna sitting beside her. The once sterile hearing chamber now felt alive with possibility. Holographic displays showcased her cellular regeneration techniques, technologies that could potentially heal genetic damage across multiple species. My research was never just about human advancement, Hana explained, her voice calm but powerful. It's about universal healing potential. Quantum encrypted files continued to surface, revealing decades of systematic research suppression. Pharmaceutical corporations that had once wielded absolute power now found themselves dismantled, their illegal practices exposed to the entire galactic community. Jay watched from a nearby observation deck, his maintenance worker appearance completely at odds with the technological mastermind he truly was. Neural implants continued processing information, ensuring no potential counterattack could emerge. Alien research specialists from dozens of star systems studied Hana's work. Holographic models demonstrated how her cellular regeneration techniques could heal genetic damage in silicon-based life forms, plasma entities, and carbon-based species alike. The transformation was complete. What had begun as an unjust sentence had become a watershed moment for scientific freedom. Yuna watched her mother with a mixture of pride and wonder, understanding that their lives had changed forever. Massive research stations began implementing Hana's techniques. Robotic medical units were rapidly recalibrated to incorporate her groundbreaking methodologies. Each modification represented a step towards a more interconnected, healing-focused galactic community. Jay's enhancement program training had prepared him for this moment. He understood that true revolution wasn't about destruction, but about creating pathways for fundamental change. Every technological intervention had been precisely calculated. The maintenance depot where Jay had worked now became a symbol of hidden potential. Robotic systems that once seemed mundane now appeared as sophisticated technological platforms capable of incredible transformations. Alien communication networks buzzed with excitement. Hana's research represented more than a scientific breakthrough. It was a statement about the power of individual potential against systemic oppression. Governmental representatives from multiple star systems requested meetings. Hana's cellular regeneration techniques promised to eliminate genetic diseases that had plagued civilizations for millennia. Yuna approached her father during a quiet moment. "How did you do it?" she asked. Her eyes filled with a mixture of wonder and curiosity. Jay smiled, his weathered hands revealing subtle technological augmentations. "Sometimes," he explained, "the most powerful weapon is understanding the system, not fighting against it." The galactic media celebrated Hana as a hero. Documentaries explored her journey, from an accused researcher to a revolutionary scientific leader. Each broadcast revealed another layer of the complex conspiracy she had exposed. Research facilities across different planetary systems began implementing her techniques. Robotic medical units were rapidly recalibrated, each modification representing a step towards universal healing potential. Pharmaceutical corporations that had attempted to suppress her work now found themselves obsolete. Their monopolistic control shattered by a single researcher's determination and her father's technological intervention. The maintenance worker who had engineered a galactic revolution remained humble. Jay understood that true power resided in creating opportunities, not in seeking recognition. As Star Systems celebrated this new era of scientific freedom, Hannah and Jay represented something profound: the incredible potential of human determination, technological understanding, and family connection. The galaxy would never be the same. A new chapter of scientific exploration had begun, born from an unlikely combination of a daughter's research and a father's hidden technological mastery. End of Part 5.